Hi there. Today is post-op day 13, which means tomorrow it'll be 2 weeks since my surgery. Seems kind of crazy. I've realized this week that I have good days and I have bad days. Yesterday was a really good day. I did not vlog because it was the Super Bowl, and unfortunately my Broncos forgot to show up to play. So I only cried a little bit, but it was an ugly game, and I can only hope that we will use that as a lesson for next season, and hope they all went home to their families and just relaxed. And I'm not turning on ESPN for about another 2 weeks because I just don't want to hear it. But like I said, yesterday was a good day. I felt really good. We made some good food, enjoyed the game, well, the best that we could. And then today, on the other hand, I pretty much woke up with a pretty bad headache, and that continued on throughout most of the day. It's kind of is like my neck and back. This time it was like my upper back and like into my neck, and then the headache just kind of came around and settled in front. Not sure if I slept funny or what happened, but my neck still hurts and my head is basically hurt on and off all day. I did get a good nap in this afternoon and woke up feeling pretty good after that nap, but just about an hour or two after that, the headache came back. So hopefully I wake up tomorrow feeling refreshed and energized. I really just haven't had any energy all day. Got to change my bag again. Did that around noon today, and it went really well. The stoma still looks really good and pink and just pretty much perfect the way that you want it to. The bruising is almost all gone, and there's really not any skin breakdown that I noticed. It looks really good. It's still pretty tender around the site and still feels just a tad bit swollen. But other than that, I think, I mean, I guess since it's my own body, but it looks pretty dang good. So other than that, I had made 2 trips to the vet today with Bear. Last night during the game, he just acted very restless and like he couldn't get comfortable, and he even started panting for about 30 minutes. So I was like, God, he really acts like he's in more pain. And it seemed like he kind of has a good day and then a bad day too, where he'll walk really good one day and then not walk so good the next day. So he had a regular checkup today. The vet wanted to see him, and so I took him in and told her kind of what was going on with him. And so she recommended more kennel rest, and she went ahead and gave me another prescription to fill for his muscle relaxers and his pain meds because he had run out on Friday. So we did that, and everything, seemed pretty normal with him. So she went ahead and gave him his yearly shots, which included a new vaccine that he hadn't had before. The shortened form of it is Lepto, which basically means like it's protecting him from getting diseases from other, like dog's urine or other animals' urine, like when he's out in the yard or if I take him to the dog park or stuff like that. So we brought him home. He napped while I napped, and when we both woke up around 4 this afternoon, and he woke up and started throwing up pretty much. So from a little after 4 o'clock till about almost 5, he threw up and was kind of just gagging about 5 or 6 different times. So that was very concerning to me, and we already had to we had to go back to the vet anyways because they didn't have his pain med ready when we left this morning. So we went back to the vet, and I took Bear with me. I really wanted someone to look him over and make sure that he wasn't having some sort of a reaction, which of course he was. She could tell, the vet could tell right when we got in there. His left eye was semi-swollen, and then he kept scratching and itching behind his left ear a lot. She noticed even his jowls, I guess, were slightly swollen, and he had a rash that was starting to form around his groin area. So, of course, in addition to the 3 shots that he had gotten this morning, then they gave him a Benadryl and a steroid shot, and they gave me a pill that he has to take twice a day in addition to that, which it's an anti-inflammatory and a steroid mixed together. So needless to say, Bear and I have both felt terrible today, and we are looking forward to getting a good night's sleep, and hopefully Tuesday will treat us a little bit better than Monday did. Other than that, I can tell already that the swelling's gone down on his eye. His jowls felt like they were back to normal. So he's kind of acting like he felt better. He drank some water. I'm hoping to get him to eat something here before we go to bed. But it's been an interesting couple of days. One thing that I guess I'm kind of getting excited about is being off the steroids. I have been on them for over 2 years now, which is a long time to be on steroids. And they are not nice to your body. They take a heavy toll on things. I'm actually on 15 milligrams right now, and will decrease by 5 every 7 days until I'm off of them. So a couple more weeks now. But the side effects of long-term steroid use are hard on your body. I, during these 2 years, have experienced probably every side effect that's out there when it comes to dealing with prednisone, and depending on the dose would be how extreme or what side effects I experience. I can tell you that the ones that people most generally recognize are like the weight gain. Now, I can't say that the scale has really tipped me very heavily, but I just have noticed like a shift in where the fat is versus muscle. Steroids cause muscle wasting, which basically means like your arm starts to look skinnier, but it's because your muscle is really kind of turning into flab. You gain weight in places that you don't want to gain weight. They call, when you gain weight in your face, it's called a moon face, just because the fat pads in your cheeks expand. I've gotten a double chin, which I never used to have. Let's see. I it also kind of likes to sit in your abdominal and your love handle areas, which I've noticed an increase in the past 2 years. Pretty much everywhere a girl doesn't want the fat to sit, that's where it goes. Because you don't want a fat face, and you don't want, your belly to get big and all that stuff. Let's see. It also causes increase in like hair growth. So I've noticed like my hairline seems to be like taking over my forehead. Nobody else says everyone says they don't notice it, but of course it's me, it's my face. I notice it. I've always been like a hairy little French girl, but I have noticed like more hair on my arms, or it seems like it's longer maybe. I don't know. Steroids also cause acne. There were probably about a year ago, about this time, or maybe even closer to summertime, like I just had tons of acne, and most of it was sitting like just along my jawline. I also will get pimples on my back, which again, it's just what every girl wants. And it's not fun, and you really, you can't do anything about it. Like, you can wash your face, you can, use Proactiv, you can do all the stuff that you're supposed to do, and it's just that imbalance in your body, and you just kind of had to deal with it for a while. I'm lucky that it's cleared up as well as it has now. Let's see. Steroids have also caused me to have some major fluid retention. I know there's a lot of times where I will take off a pair of socks and just see crazy indentions on my legs and lower extremities, just because you carry around a lot of extra water weight. Mood swings. I can honestly say that when I am on like 40 milligrams of prednisone, which is a pretty high dose, they usually don't want you to be above like 60 if you're not in the hospital, so that they can monitor you, which I have been on 60 milligrams of prednisone before, and it makes you crazy. The mood swings are just 1 minute you're laughing, the next minute you're crying, the next minute you're yelling, and you can't even explain it. You don't know why, except for you're on steroids. So that's always fun for the people around me. Sorry. Let's see. Steroids increase your blood sugar. I've noticed that within the past 2 years. Every time I have lab work drawn, my sugar is like 140, 150, 170. And that's not good. That's not good on your body. I don't want to be pre-diabetic by any means. And they cause, which it goes right along with the increase in blood sugar, is night sweats. I get so incredibly hot at night. And that's not like me at all. I'm usually freezing. But for some reason, it just, I can wake up like almost soaking wet, and it's not fun. You think you're dying because you're so hot and you can't cool down. So another thing that steroids cause, and trust me, I made a list because it's been 2 years and a lot of crap has happened to me in those 2 years. And a lot of it had to do with this one drug, which is prednisone, that was like the only thing that kept me out of the hospital. So it was like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Like, you have to take it to make yourself feel good, or at least make it so that I could get through the day without being in the bathroom 24/7. So, steroids also cause me to bruise easily. You all saw the arms. This one's getting a lot better. Yay! It's almost gone. And I told you about the muscle wasting. It also sucks the calcium out of your bones, and can cause osteoporosis, which I'm only 5 foot tall, so I really don't need to be shrinking any, and hopefully I won't. And probably the biggest worry for me was that steroids suppress your immune system. And actually everything I took throughout my whole disease process depressed my immune system. Being a nurse and working in a hospital, being around sick people all the time, luckily I work in a NICU where those kids aren't going to come in usually with a crazy virus or some sort of, TB or some sort of crazy disease that would have knocked me flat on my butt. But the parents do, and their grandparents do, and all the visitors that they track in and out of there. So I got very lucky within the past 2 years that I didn't ever get really sick, and that I didn't have, although my immune system was suppressed, I must do a good job hand washing, and trust me, when somebody's sick, I'm like, please, no, stay away. So, yeah, that is my steroid lecture in a nutshell. So, if you ever have any questions about prednisone, or towards the end I was taking Uceris, which is a steroid that works directly in the small and large intestine. Yeah, hit me up because I can tell you all about it. I can't wait for the day that I get to take 0. So I'm gonna have a party. Alright, well, I think that's it for tonight, and like I said, hoping for a good day tomorrow. Bye.